girl. Hey, welcome back to another video. My name is Marie if you are new here, and in today's video we are going to do an all day long clean with me, starting from the morning ending until the night whenever I get out of the shower and finish up in the kitchen. So we're going to start off by making my bed. Well, I say making my bed, actually stripping down the bed. We're going to go around and take all of the sheets off of all the beds. We have my two girls' beds, my two boys' beds, and mine and my husband's bed. And I usually just throw in all of the sheets and pillowcases together. And I actually asked y'all over on Instagram, how often do y'all wash your comforters? Y'all, as a family of 6, it takes forever to get all of our comforters washed, especially mine and the girls, because the girls have full-size beds and I have a queen-size bed. And so the comforters are for a full/queen size, and they take forever to dry. And there is no possible way that I can wash all of our comforters in one day. So I do have to split that up and wash them either as needed or just every once in a while. And some people said they wash their comforters every single week, but that is impossible for me with our family size to wash all of the comforters every week. That is just too extra. So I have been washing all of the comforters about every 2 to 3 weeks, and some people said they wash their comforters like once a month or just as needed. So I would love to know, how often do y'all wash your comforters down below if you are a large family? That laundry I was taking out of the dryer, I just took it to my girls' room and they fold and put away their own laundry. So I just set that in there for whenever they get home from school. And over here, my towels cabinet has gotten insane. To the left is my laundry cabinet, and to the right is our basically linen closet, since we do not have a linen closet. And for some reason, I had towels all the way at the top and stuff was just everywhere. So I just went ahead and reorganized that, got everything back to square one. Now we're going to head into the living room, and Jackson is just playing with his choo-choo train magnetic puzzle. The little pin is magnetic and it has little magnetic balls and you can move them around, and it's just super cool. I got that from Amazon. If y'all are interested in it, I will link it below. It's such a fun little toy. But I'm going to go ahead and take my little handheld vacuum here. Well, it's my vacuum cleaner with the handheld attachment. Whatever it's called. What is that called? The little attachment piece that goes on the front. Anyways, I just snapped that onto my vacuum cleaner, and we're just going to get in all the little grooves and all the cracks and get any crumbs out of this couch. We do not let the kids come in the living room and eat, so that helps a ton. Jackson will sometimes run in here with a banana or something because, I mean, he's 2 and there's not much you can do about that when they start running around. I just direct him back to the kitchen with it, and we are teaching him that food goes at the table. However, my husband and I will eat in the living room when we put the kids to bed. Sometimes we will just kind of have time together where we eat our dinner together and watch a movie, and we have like little dinner stands that go in the living room to eat in there. But anyways, the kids don't eat in there, but we try to not make a mess when we eat. So now that I have the living room tidied up, we are going to head in the kitchen and get this disaster cleaned up. The kitchen is the heart of the home, so this is the messiest room in the house. I feel like most days the floor just gets so dirty, crumbs get everywhere, the dishes get out of control. I'm gonna also kind of clean out my refrigerator. I've got some expired items in here I want to get out, and I also want to kind of restock the kids' juices and their snacks and things. So let's go ahead and get this done. I do love to use these little refillable cups for the kids' snacks because I feel like it's just cheaper to just buy the jug and just refill them myself. And then I'm also going to fill these little containers, separate containers, with some fruit, some strawberries and blackberries, so that when my kids want to grab out a yogurt, they can also grab out some fruit with it. And then we also have a bag of granola in the pantry that they can grab out and sprinkle on top. So this just makes a really healthy, yummy snack for them when they get home from school, or just whenever they feel like grabbing a snack. And one thing I will say is your kids are going to eat what you buy. So if you buy a bunch of unhealthy items like just chips and junk food, and you don't have any fruit or anything healthy in your fridge, then that's what they're going to eat, is what you buy, what's in the fridge. So I do buy chips and junk food for my kids as treats. We enjoy it, but for the most part, I always like to keep yogurts and applesauce and fruit, fresh fruit like strawberries and bananas on hand, and apples and oranges and cantaloupe and all that. I try to make sure we are always having fruit on hand so my kids can grab it out. And I also like to keep like the string cheese in there. That way when they come home from school, they can grab an apple or a string cheese or a yogurt, and I feel like it's a lot more healthier. They do also grab chips and other things, which is completely fine, but I just want to make sure that my kids have a variety of healthy, nutritious items on top of the junk food. Another thing I always like to keep in my fridge is salad stuff. I like to keep tomatoes and lettuce and cheese and salad dressings, and then in the pantry I like to keep bacon bits and croutons, and I always just try to make sure we have salad stuff on hand, because that is something that all of my kids will eat. I'm going to restock some of the kids' snacks and breakfast items, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to read a little bit from my Mommy and Me devotional. So on the mommy's side, it's called God's Reward. Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. In ancient times, having many children was regarded as a symbol of strength. This was particularly true in an agricultural economy, since the helpful hands of children increased productivity. In today's culture, electronic technology is prominent. Guard carefully the things that you wish your children to learn and become involved with. The care and training you give them will reflect on the adults they become. And cover your children with love. They are our heritage. And then on the child side, the me side, God's commitment is everlasting. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31:3. God's love is so wonderful because it is everlasting. From the very first moment you were conceived, you were loved. When your mother carried you in her womb, you were loved. When you were born and you entered into the world, you were loved. As you grow and begin to talk, you will be loved. God has pledged His love to you. He walks with you in every circumstance, and He has finished your portrait. Through Christ, you can and will be successful. God's love is unconditional. I love a good stove cleaning. It makes me so happy. When my stove is clean, I cannot stand to look over and see crusty food stuck onto my stove. So I did scrape some of that off, and it is squeaky clean now. And I do have some meat laid out on my stovetop so we can make a meatloaf for dinner tonight. And I will have the way that I make my meatloaf down below. However, I do use day-old bread to make my meatloaf, which means the bread has to be like not super soft. It has to be where it's kind of got a little crisp to it, not really like old bread. I hope y'all understand what I mean. Or you can just buy like breadcrumbs at the store, or you can use a sleeve of saltine crackers, or some people use Ritz crackers, just some kind of breaded or cracker item that can go into your meatloaf. But I will have the way that I make that down below. And also I think I'm going to switch from using the bread to just buying breadcrumbs because I just feel like it makes life so much easier. But I will have the way that I make my meatloaf down below in my description box, and later on towards the end of the video we will be making that meatloaf. So my dishes were out of control, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and throw some bubble mixture in this bowl for the kids to occupy them. They're going to go outside and play with their bubble bazookas. I will link these below as well because I love them. We got them last year and they are still going strong. You just charge them up USB. They don't even take batteries. And once they're charged, they can go outside and blow giant bubbles, and they love it. As far as my dishes, they did not all fit in the dishwasher. So sometimes I will fill my sink up and let them soak for a minute and just hand wash them. And sometimes, y'all, I just leave them in the sink and wait until the dishwasher's done to load up some more. So it really just depends on the day and how much time I have. And this has become my favorite thing to clean my sink with, the Mr. Clean all-purpose cleaner. This one is the fresh scent, I do believe, but it smells so good. And somebody actually asked me, does it bother me whenever I use multiple scents? It can bother me if it's in a confined space, like if I'm in the bathroom and I use a bunch of harsh cleaners and the products can mix, then like bleach or something will. But out here in the open, like in the kitchen, mixing scents does not bother me. Using like the Mrs. Meyer scent and then, you know, a Mr. Clean scent and different scents. It just doesn't bother me as long as it's out like in an open space like in the kitchen. But that pollen, y'all, that pollen, every spring that pollen gets to me and my nose is stopped up for like 2 months straight, and it is so miserable. Otherwise, I would really love the spring because that's when all the flowers bloom and everything starts looking beautiful and the weather starts getting warm. But that pollen, y'all, just it just ruins it for me. So if I had to pick a favorite season, I've already told y'all it's probably the fall, simply because it just feels good outside and the pumpkin patch. And I really just love fall clothes, the cute sweaters and all the cute clothes that you can wear, which technically here in Georgia it just stays hot forever. So even in the fall we're still wearing shorts and tank tops to the pumpkin patch when I really want to wear my cute boots and sweaters. But it just stays hot here in Georgia for the longest time. But we are so excited for summer. The kids are excited to get a little break from school, even though all of them love school, and I'm so blessed and thankful that they actually love to go to school. They love having all the friends and just going in general. They love school, but they are excited for a break. We're excited to go play in some sand at the lake and swim in our pool, which we are getting a new pool, by the way, so we will be having that up soon. My husband's about to start working on it, so I will show y'all all the updates. So let's head back here and get my son's clothes out of the dryer. I washed my daughter's clothes this morning, both of the girls' clothes, and stuck that in their room for them to fold later. And I'm going to go ahead and stick my boys' clothes in their room, and I will end up folding that the next day. I didn't fold it on this day. Today we're just focused on getting all these sheets washed and the bed put back together and the home reset for the week. Who meal preps for the week? And if you do meal prep for the whole week, like take a day to just cook your meats and maybe make portion sizes or lunches, what do y'all make? What's like a staple, something that you make all the time, not just like a random Pinterest recipe that you tried one time, but something that you make all the time? I would love to know what it is so that I can possibly make it for my family. Maybe it can be something new or helpful, or even something that I know about but forgot about. Let me know something that you meal prep every week, or you really like to meal prep, something that's easy and convenient to just grab out of the fridge, or something you could freeze, because I don't really do many meal preps. Really, I kind of just like cook dinner and put the leftovers in the fridge, and then we just eat the leftovers for lunch. So I don't do very much meal prepping. So if you have anything that's easy or delicious or yummy that I can try, please let your girl know. now I'm going to head back to my master bathroom. I try so hard to stay on top of the bathrooms, y'all. I have 2 bathrooms in my house, and they get so dirty so fast. I don't even know how the floor gets so dirty. I don't know why there's so much dirt tracked into the bathroom. I do try to make sure we're taking our shoes off at the door because we don't have carpet in our house at all. No carpet whatsoever other than the rugs. I have a rug in both of my kids' rooms and a rug in our living room. I want to get a rug for underneath my bedroom bed, and I just haven't really took the time or the money to do that yet, but I would really love a big rug underneath my bed. But there is no carpet in our house, so if we wear shoes in our house, it gets dirty so fast. So anyways, sometimes we will run in, like if I'm in a hurry and I'm trying to leave and I have to run back in the house to get something, I won't take my shoes off. I'll just run through the house, grab it, and get back out the door. So dirt just gets tracked in our house, and I honestly cannot stand dirt sticking to my feet, so I really try to stay on top of, keeping the bathrooms clean and keeping our floors clean and going across the floor with a vacuum cleaner every day, especially the main living spaces like down the hallway, the living room, and the kitchen, and the dining room. Not really the bedrooms every single day, just kind of the main living space. But I do like to come into the bathrooms and the kids' rooms and go over our floors with the vacuum cleaner because I cannot stand this dirt. Like, how does this dirt even get in here? What is this? I don't even know. There is little tiny pieces of toilet paper, or for whatever reason, balled up in the floor. Why? What? Is it cotton? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's happening? I don't know. But anyways, let's go ahead and mop up this floor. I did clean the shower this night that I filmed this video. I cleaned the shower when I got in it, and that just makes my life so much easier when I'm doing a whole house clean or doing a lot of cleaning. Now, however, I do have to clean the kids' bathtub, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean all of our mirrors and our sinks, our toilets, the base of the toilet, the floors, the kids' bathtub, and then tonight I got in my shower and cleaned it, rinsed it down, and then when I was done with my shower, I filled the tub up and took a relaxing, rewarding bath.
I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight, didn't follow my dreams, and now I'm losing sleep.
The little blue well that I keep on my kids' bathtub is a game changer. When my first baby was a toddler, I did not have anything protecting that, and she stood up and scraped her back on that. And ever since that incident, I always keep a protective little rubber toy well, or whatever you want to call it, over the faucet, because I can't tell you how many times I've been bathing my kids and they go to stand up and they bump into that little well, and it does not scratch their back and it does not hurt them. And I'm just thinking, if that little well was not on there, that would have just scraped their back. So I love to keep that little well on there, and sometimes those things can get nasty on the inside. I just toss them and buy another one if they get to where you can't really clean it. But otherwise, I just take it off and clean the inside of it, spray it. You can soak it, whatever you want to do, but I think it's very, very important to have those if you have little ones. got a lot done while my meatloaf was cooking in the oven, and my potatoes were done, so we're just going to add in some butter, some milk, some salt and pepper. And I do like garlic potatoes, but my kids don't really like it, so I don't add in any garlic powder. But we're going to go ahead and add these potatoes to a bowl, simply because this just makes cleanup so much easier. If I go ahead and put the food that I think there's going to be like leftovers, like extras, I'll go ahead and put it in a bowl, so that way after dinner all I have to do is just pop a lid on it and stick it in the fridge. And I got these really cute kids forks and spoons from Amazon. I will link these below, but they're really good transitional forks for when you're going from like those soft baby food spoons to just like metal forks, but they're small enough for your kids. I use them for my 2-year-old, my 5-year-old, and my 6-year-old. And this is a really easy way to cut one of those really small oranges. I just cut it in half and flip the inside outward, and then your kid can just peel the pieces of the orange off, and it makes life so much easier. So I'm going to go ahead and snap together the girls' beds and my bed, and that is pretty much my home reset. Once I put my kids to bed, I'm going to go back in the kitchen and finish up cleaning up from dinner and the dishes. But thank y'all so much for watching today's video. I appreciate y'all coming back every week. It means the world to me that you're here. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all in my next one.
Don't call me, I don't wanna talk to you. I'm better off not talking to you. But why you trying to hold on, to hold on, to hold on? Wanna take a different lane, wanna play my own game, and I don't need you here, so won't you let me go? Wanna take this ball and chain that you have put on me and throw it out the window. I think that you should let go, 'cause you know this is not meant to be. Let go.